So the 49ers have a massive decision to make, a mission-critical decision. It will make or break the 49ers, and everything is riding on it this season right now. I'm going to tell you what it is in just a second. Hit subscribe if you're looking for daily 49ers content. Appreciate all of you guys for chiming in on the chat yesterday in the comment section, letting me know how you guys are processing what's going on, because I needed somebody to talk to. I needed people to interact with, because I don't have a lot of Niners fans in my area, so I needed people to talk to about Fred Warner, about the Niners, how badly they played against the Buccaneers, all of that stuff. Appreciate you guys coming in clutch, and I'm going to need you to come in clutch again today. Now, I'm not trying to point fingers today, all right? That's not my goal. My goal is not to say you suck and you need to get rid, we need to get rid of him, right? Like, that's not the goal of today's video whatsoever. But I've got news for you folks. You just got promoted to Chief Executive Advisor for the San Francisco 49ers. Congratulations. If John Lynch walks into your office right now, Chief Executive Advisor, and he closes the door and he looks you straight in the eye and he says, my guy, I'm in a tough one. I need your input. What is your first move if you're the advisor to John Lynch right now? He's sitting in your office. The door's closed. It's between you and him. Nobody's going to know. You get to share your input. What is your input right now? What is the number one problem right now the 49ers need to address? If you're John Lynch, what are you doing right this second? Who are you calling right now? And what problem are you trying to solve? What issue or what hole are you trying to fill? That's what I want to know. Let me know in the comments what you think. It's going to fit into today's episode in a long way, as the 49ers are trying to make they're sitting right now. They must be thinking about this exact decision right now. I don't know what else they'd be doing other than thinking about this exact problem. Are they going to address the offensive line? I got a picture on the screen right here of the offensive line in dire straits. You can't even see Mac Jones. You can see like his jersey down behind in the corner down there behind Trent Williams. What are you doing right now? Are you addressing the offensive line? Are you addressing the running back situation? Are you addressing the defensive line? Are you addressing the new hole, the new gaping, massive Grand Canyon opening that is Fred Warner going down? Like, what are you addressing right now? Because as we start to, break this down in today's video, we're going to talk about what one guy just said, a guy who's pointing fingers. And I'm not saying that in a bad way. I think this is a time that it's okay to point fingers. You're 4-2. You're still very much in this. You have all of the leverage in the NFC West. All you have to do is maintain some wins and losses, and you're going to be all right. You're going to be all right going to the playoffs. And you never know what can happen in the playoffs, right? I'm not saying this is a Super Bowl team. We don't even need to talk about the Super Bowl right now. We are so far away from that. All we need to think about is the business we need to do in the NFC West right now. Richard Sherman started pointing his fingers. I think you can guess where this is going to go. We're going to talk about those other position groupings too, but let's start off with what Richard Sherman had to say. I'm not going to play the whole clip because it's like 2.5 minutes long. It's a long clip. But here's the short version of it, thanks to Coach Yak. The interior offensive line was the issue late in the game. I knew that would be the Achilles heel for this team. It's not just on the pass protection standpoint. It's ridiculous on plays that are set up successfully. You got guys in space, and all you have to do is block your guy. Block your guy, get in his way, and let Christian McCaffrey do his work. And you can't even do that. And that's where it starts to become devastating to this offense, because you can draw up the perfect play, but if you have guys who are incompetent, unable to get the job done, unable to block linebackers, then you can't run these plays. The center should be able to at least get in Levante David's way. He shouldn't be able to shock, shed, and tackle Christian McCaffrey right where they were. That has happened throughout the season, where plays are drawn up well, and we're looking at the center get up on guys and just whiff or not block at all. So we called out Jake Brendel right there. He called him out. He called out the entire interior offensive line, and it's a fair take from Richard Sherman. You can disagree. Please feel free to disagree in the comments as always. That's part of what makes talking sports so much fun. But I think Richard Sherman's spitting facts on this one. And when you look at the 49ers and you've got John Lynch sitting in your office, remember, John Lynch is sitting right in front of you. You're the chief executive advisor to John Lynch. and he's asking you, what are you going to do? What do we need to do? You pull up this graph and you say, John, I just want to be honest with you. The 49ers have invested the second fewest draft capital in the offensive line since John Lynch took over. Since you came into the picture, and I'm not saying let's get rid of John Lynch. That's crazy. I'm not saying let's get rid of Kyle Shanahan. That's crazy. You can have that opinion. Feel free. I think it's a crazy opinion. You can have it if you want. But you do have to look in the mirror and admit an area where you have fallen short. And maybe this problem is simpler than I'm making, or more complicated than I'm making it. Maybe it's not this simple. But you have to agree that when your offensive line is playing as poorly as they played against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers yesterday, and you have invested the second fewest draft capital in offensive line over the last, 8 years or whatever, that's not good. That's not great. That is not ideal. Here are the PFF breakdown of who is responsible per Matt Maiocco for the sacks of 49ers quarterback Mac Jones versus the Buccaneers. 2 sacks given up by Trent Williams, 1 from Connor Colby, 1 from Luke Farrell, 1 from Christian McCaffrey, and Dominic Puni surrendered 6 QB pressures. We'll look at the 6 QB pressure stat as well. Dominic Puni, 6 QB pressures. Trent Williams, 4 QB pressures with 2 sacks allowed. Connor Colby, 3 QB pressures. Jake Brendel himself, 2 QB pressures, and 1 for Colton McKivitz, who PFF grade, he came out pretty high on the game. The line was absolutely horrendous yesterday, says Coach Yak, and hopefully it was bad enough that it forces John Lynch to make it a priority during the 2026 draft. My question to you is it enough of a priority to do something today? Not literally today, but is it enough of a priority to say, before the trade deadline, we got a few weeks left, this is something we need to take care of? Let me know what you think in the comments about this one. You guys over the years have chimed in and have spoken up. Niners fans have been very critical of this offensive line from forever, but especially since the Super Bowl loss. And this is an area that the Niners have not really improved in this year. Last year, there was some improvement in areas of Dominic Puni. Felt like we had a lockdown right guard. Lockdown in the sense of a position locked. We got him down. We're good. And he has not been as good this season. I think I got that coming up in a second too. But Brad Graham, let's say in some kind of agreement with Richard Sherman, says, all I've ever wanted was an elite center. I can live with middle-of-the-pack guards with above-average offensive tackle and center. In other words, we get a really good center and good offensive tackles. I think we have a good one in Colton McKivitz. I know that he still gets a lot of hate. He hasn't been perfect, but he's been much improved. Much improved. And, you look at the Jake Brendel center stats from guys like PFF, and it doesn't look horrible, but we saw yesterday a gaping hole. We saw a lot of gaping holes yesterday, and you've got Connor Colby in there coming up short regularly. And he's a rookie. You expect your rookie to struggle at times. And both Dominic Puni and Connor Colby are dealing with injuries this season, and I don't know how much of that is at play or how much of the timing of this offense is just not in perfect sync. I don't know what it is. I'm not an expert in this regard. I don't know what the problem is. But I can tell you the stats. Dominic Puni's first 6 games this season compared to his first 6 games last season. In both 6-game situations, let's see here. 11 pressures total allowed in 2024, 0 sacks. This season, 16 pressures allowed. However, interestingly enough, you notice there's a significant increase in pass blocking opportunities. Why? Because the San Francisco 49ers have no run game right now, and they've been passing the ball like crazy. So how do you handle that? How do you manage that? You say, hey, we got this guy, Dominic Puni, looked really good last year. I know he's coming back from injury, but he's out there. He's as healthy as he needs to be to play. So what is up? What is up with this guy? And you look at the team and you say, well, this is what happens. This is my take. This is what happens when a team can't put together a run game. Now, I don't know where you want to point fingers for the run game, but what I'm seeing in Christian McCaffrey, in the past game would suggest he does still have it. He does still have the ability. He's not shaking tackles like he did in 2023, but he still looks very good with the ball in his hand. So I want to believe that the fingers should be pointed at this interior offensive line, especially. Now, you could talk about Trent Williams and whether or not you would get rid of him. I heard on the radio today. Joe Shasky, he said it last night after the game too, like, I'm ready to trade Trent Williams. And I get it. He's got beef with Trent Williams, and he's got beef with the personal foul penalty. He's got beef with the swagger mentality that Trent Williams has of the boombox era still continuing, and guys getting paid, has a holdout, whatever. I get it. I'm not gonna act like I don't understand where Joe Shasky's coming from, but I'm not ready to just let's just jump ship. Let's ship Trent Williams off and let's go find somebody else. I don't think that's gonna solve the 49ers problems either. Now you can say he's aging out and you need to replace him. That's fine. I'm comfortable with that for sure. But I don't think, in my opinion, you can disagree as always. In my opinion, I don't think the answer right now is send Trent Williams packing. This offensive line is only going to get worse without Trent Williams. We don't have a starting left tackle out there that we could just boom up and trade for. So I don't see the value there. Right guard Dominic Puni, who earned an impressive 80.5 grade as a rookie last season, currently has a 57 offensive grade through 6 games. So I'm sitting down with Chris Furster right now, if I'm John Lynch, and I'm Kyle Shanahan, and I'm trying to figure out what is going on here. Is this a personnel problem, or what are we doing wrong? What is different here? How are things not working as well as they worked in the past? And I know our offensive line has never been, best offensive line in the league. But my word, it has been really bad, and we have not invested heavily, and we're paying for it right now. Jake Brendel's rankings coming among centers this season. He's number 6 in run blocking. Okay. So you're getting, let's say, theoretically, you're getting great run blocking from Jake Brendel, but you're not getting great run blocking elsewhere? Is that what's going on? We're not able to push. It doesn't look like we're able to push. It feels to me, like, you just tell me what you think, but my gut is when we need 2 yards and the other team knows we need 2 yards and we decide to run it up the gut, we're not as successful as we've been in the past in moving 2 yards. And that concerns me for sure. That concerns me. Pass blocking grade, however, he's number 26 in the league. Number 26. So, not great. Not great from Jake Brendel. Not good enough. But he's Kyle Shanahan's guy, right? Lowest graded 49ers on offense. Jake Brendel is in there as well as some wide receivers and Kyle Juszczyk. Okay. I'm not gonna go on the Kyle Juszczyk train today, personally, because even if you fix, quote unquote, the Kyle Juszczyk problem, if you will, I don't really think that fixes your offense. I don't think you get enough out of letting Kyle Juszczyk go. So I don't think he's the problem. I mean, he might not be playing perfectly. He might not be playing well, but he's not the problem. I think the 49ers offensive line as a whole is much more problematic. You've got MVS out there, Sky Moore out there getting low grades. Okay, that's fine. These are practice squad guys, These are practice squad guys. And Juwan Jennings, we learned yesterday, is playing through a bunch of injuries. Shoulder, ankle, 5 broken ribs. He's playing through a lot right now. So I'm not saying let's just give Juwan Jennings a complete pass, but I will at least say that it deserves a massive asterisk. It's not as simple for me as that. There were some bright spots, though, yesterday. Malik Mustafa returned. Malik Mustafa played pretty well. I can remember one play for sure where I felt like he whiffed. But other than that one, off the top of my head, 49ers safeties in coverage against the Buccaneers. Malik Mustafa had 10 coverage snaps, 0 catches allowed, 0 yards allowed, a 39.6 passer rating when targeted, 46.6 coverage grade. Okay, Jair Brown, not bad from Tig. Seems like he plays a little better with Malik Mustafa next to him, supposedly. 26 coverage snaps, 0 catches allowed, 0 yards allowed, 0 passer rating when targeted, 64.5 coverage grade. And Marquise Siegel had a little bit of a rough game yesterday in a couple scenarios. He had a nice hit at one point, but you can't just be like, I got a really good hit though, didn't I, coach? You know what I mean? 15 coverage snaps, 2 catches allowed, 51 yards allowed, 1 touchdown allowed, 158.3 passer rating when targeted, a 54.4 coverage grade. Okay, so we take that for what it is. 49ers cornerbacks in coverage versus the Buccaneers. Upton Stout, 3 targets for only 35 yards allowed. Deommodore Lenoir, not great. 4 targets, 49 yards allowed, 1 touchdown allowed, had a really big, really bad penalty at a critical moment. Renardo Green, I thought, played really well, 3 targets, 17 yards allowed. And, this is the tricky thing about this is the way that I don't know exactly what their, proprietary algorithm is and how they, outline when one guy's been targeted versus another. But the problem for me is the amount of space around these guys catching the ball. It's not just, Upton Stout was targeted and gave up X number of yards. It's Upton Stout was targeted plus the Niners just looked like sliced open in so many plays. It just looked like the 49ers were not in great positions overall. Kendrick Bourne was a bright spot. Through the last 2 games, he has 20 targets, 15 catches, 12 first downs, and 284 receiving yards. Not bad from a guy who got cut from the New England Patriots because he wouldn't take a pay cut. Probably didn't want to play with them anyways anymore. And when he gets cut, he gets an opportunity with the San Francisco 49ers. He also checked in with another team. I'm forgetting who it was at the moment. But clearly, Mac Jones and Kendrick Bourne have some what is that word? Rhythm. They got a rhythm together. Anyway, Fred Warner, a guy that, we're all sad, of course, for him going down. He had this to say after the game. I thought this was another bright spot. Fred Warner, always having the right mentality, always having the right attitude. Just instead of leaving, stays in the locker room, helps break down the squad. Like, this guy is just an unbelievable leader. There are certain games you wake up knowing it's going to be your day, and yesterday was one of those days. I knew I was about to go off, and then boom, everything over in one instant. That was completely unpreventable. The love everyone has shown me and the prayers being had for me mean the world to me. Some ask why I was able to smile on the cart heading in, and it's because aside from the shock, I have complete peace in knowing God's plan is so completely perfect, and I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be. I've had the privilege of being able to have a very healthy 8 seasons, and now it's time to inspire through the comeback I'm about to have. It will be legendary and right on time, God willing. Thank you guys. Love always. Go Niners. Fred Warner is an absolute beast. De'Amar Lenore had his thoughts on what Fred Warner said to his players while he was being carted off the field. Here's what De'Amar Lenore said that Fred Warner told them as he was being carted off. Just keep going. Keep fighting. Don't give up. The game is still close. We're still able to win the game. Keep fighting. Fred Warner, broken ankle, a dislocated ankle, really bad dislocated ankle, and he's just telling guys to keep fighting. He's doing it. Oh, I forgot the photo. I had the photo of D. Winters. He's got blood on his face and everything. But, D. Winters, emblematic of the 49ers season, bloody, beaten, still fighting. Fred Warner wouldn't want this team to lay down. Keep fighting. There were some bright spots yesterday, but there was certainly more bad than good, I think. More bad than good. We had that nice moment. Michael Williams, I got in the picture there with the sack. But, look, the 49ers only generated 9 pressures and 1 sack as a team versus the Buccaneers. Michael Williams with 2 pressures, Bryce Huff with 2, Travis Gibson with 2, C.J. West, Upton Stout, and Tatum Bethune each get 1. The pass rush wasn't good at all and hasn't been since Nick Bosa got injured, says Coach Yak. So where do you handle this, right? Is it the offensive line? Is it the defensive line? What is your number one thing you're saying to John Lynch sitting across from you? This is what you do next, coach. This is what you do, boss. This is the plan. Luke Gifford coming in there on lowest graded 49ers. D. Winters coming in there, lowest graded 49ers. Of course, D. Winters' first game without Fred Warner next to him. And it was a tough one for him. I thought he came up in a couple of nice moments. But, yeah, Malik Mustafa, a lower graded 49er. Renardo Green, a lower graded 49er. De'Amar Lenore. When you look at that list and you're like, 2 corners, a safety, and 2 linebackers, yikes. As bad as our defensive line is, you've got problems here too. This was not good. This team was not ready for Fred Warner to go down. I get it. It's hard. I don't even know how you plan that. But we're 6 days away from the Atlanta Falcons, who still have yet to play this weekend. They're going to play tonight, Monday Night Football. Have a shorter week than us, so we'll have a rest advantage there by a day. I don't know if that helps totally, considering our injuries. And the 49ers are going to have to do a lot of planning and scheming for the game against the Falcons, but also a lot of conversations have to be happening right now about how they address this problem. It seemed a little bit simpler when it was, we need to find a Nick Bosa type replacement for the rest of the season at least. And now it looks like the 49ers have two large holes in their team they have to figure out how to fill. And where do you go first? Do you go to the trenches first? Everything flows from the trenches. Do you go linebacker? Do you look at like the Houston Texans and say maybe we could get Azeez Al-Shaair back? He wasn't a guy that played as a Mike when he was a 49er, but he has the experience now. And so maybe you say he can do it. He's more of a Dre Greenlaw type. He's more of an attitude type, that kind of guy. I don't know. I'm not sure. I don't know what the right move is. You let me know what you think the right move is. I'm more interested in not necessarily the exact player we can get. I'm more interested in the problem we're trying to solve. What's the problem you're aiming at first? Let me know what you guys think in the comments about this one. Definitely a discouraging day for 49ers fans, a discouraging day for the 49ers as a whole, but still a very good position going into the next week. You're going into week 7 and you're in a pretty good position. So you have to figure out what can we do right now with this team right now with what's in front of us, and how do we make sure we stop the bleeding and start, and get back to winning ways in the near future. That would be very important. You've got a huge opportunity with this schedule. This is the best schedule you're probably going to have, in the next several years. So take advantage of this opportunity here. Take advantage of it. It's not going to get easier next year. So this is it. Make it happen, Captain. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. As always, appreciate you guys and hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your Monday.